He started out as a newsboy in Edison Park, worked his way to CEO, and traveled around the world with his company. Irv Kagi now has a new book about his life experiences. Joining us here now, Irv, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sean.
Pleasure to meet you in person. We talked 5 years ago. You had just lost your parents during the pandemic.
Correct.
Within just days of one another. Now, this story begins with you as a paperboy, as a newsboy.
Yep.
Your dad had a newsstand. It's still there in Edison Park.
That's correct. Yeah, Kagi's Corner has now been in operation for 82 years. Never been closed for a day. And I started working there when I was 11. Okay. And, you know, there was a book a number of years ago that said everything I needed to know in life I learned in kindergarten. How to take a nap, how to share, how to get exercise. Everything I needed to know in life I learned at the newsstand. Okay. I learned to be on time, how to dress for the weather, how to deal with people, how to do quick math in my head. And I utilized that foundation in running my business, which eventually became a global business.
Talk about what that does, because paper boys really don't exist anymore. They do in some areas, but
Yeah.
by and large, we get all of our news online now. But that really teaches you something, because I had a paper route. Even Tom Skilling talks about having his paper route as a kid. It really teaches you a lot about how to be a good employee and how to be a good person.
It does. As I mentioned, it really sets a strong foundation, okay, for your life moving forward. And so many people can go and relate to the newsboy aspect of it. That's why I chose the title that I did. Stories of my route from newsboy to CEO, because it really was a path. It was a journey. And, you know, for me, a big part of our business was the Chicago Daily News, the leading afternoon newspaper in Chicago. And when that decided to cease publication in 1978, it opened up a door for me to get into the field I'm in now, which is the machine tool industry.
What did teaching, what did having that newsstand with your dad and seeing him as a businessman teach you about being a CEO and being a good employer and good boss?
I think the most important thing is you have to relate to people as people, okay? You treat your staff and your customers as friends and family, okay? And the business comes naturally, okay? People want to go and deal with people that understand them, that want to become your friend. And the business just takes care of itself, okay? And that really transcends culture, okay? Because it's not just this way in America, but we have an operation in China, in Japan, down in Brazil, and people are people. Yeah. So that's the lesson. Yeah.
I was going to say times may change and we don't have many newsboys anymore, but we still have people, and people will always be people.
Correct. Yeah.
What if you're older, you're going to read this and you can reminisce on the times past of our childhood and whatnot. But if you're young and coming up, this can also teach us some lessons on how to deal with people and how to succeed in business.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, we wanted to go and tell our story, but we wanted the story to be interesting. Yeah. So there are some stories that will make you laugh out loud. Some will make you shake your head and say, that can't possibly be true. Some will inspire you. Others will go and bring a tear to your eye. But there's a little something for everyone there. And the reports that we get from people who've read it so far have been very, very encouraging. So it's a fun read.
You lost your parents 5 years ago during the pandemic, within days of one another. Yeah. Sorry about that, but they would be celebrating a big anniversary coming up.
Yes, we've got a book signing this afternoon, and tomorrow would be their 75th wedding anniversary and Dad's 97th birthday. So I'm sure they're looking down, they'd be very proud. And the first chapter of the book is their story, their love story, married 70 years.
Irv?
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you in person.
Same here, my
friend.
Glad
you're here. You can meet Irv at his book signing today at Firewater Saloon in Edison Park. It starts at 2 o'clock. It runs until 4 o'clock. It's right there, right across the street from the family business. How about that?
Where it all started.
86 years it's been there, huh?
82.
82.
Yeah.
I'm giving it its birthday way too soon. All right, it'll be there for 86 years, certainly. That's amazing. Irv, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean.